Hello students, I hope that you are preparing for MBOSE exam 2020, and I hope that your preparation is going very well. You are working very hard in these days, keeping the exam view. Today I brought two simple questions in chemistry, in physics, and in the biology of the subject science and technology of the Meghalaya Board of School Educations. My dear students, I know that you have studied whole year, and this is the last moment where you are getting ready to appear the MBOSE exam in the month of March. Therefore, I brought some of the important sample questions in the subject science and technology, which I hope will be helpful in preparing the exam of science and technology to be held in the year 2020. So let's start with the chemistry sample questions. So you know that chemistry is of 26 marks in the Meghalaya Board of School Education, and here we have, first of all, you get the correct statement. You will be asked in the exam. There will be 3 questions on the correct statement, and it will be 3 questions of the 3 mark each. And all these type of the question you can check in your textbook in the last of every chapter. Okay, let me start with the chapter number 1, chemical reaction. Some of the sample questions. These are the state the 2 characteristic of chemical reaction. Then why a chemical equation is balanced, and what is a balanced chemical equation. Then you have to balance the following chemical equation. Number 1, you see number 2. Okay, this will be number 3, now number 4, then number 5, 6, 7, number 7, you see, number 8, number 9, number 10. These are the equations which you have to balance. And again, one more type of the equation is there, where in the equation the chemical formula of the compounds were given. Some of them are wrong, you have to correct them. Then after correcting, you have to balance them. These are the 2 questions I have given as sample questions which you have to work out. Okay, now then another question is there. What happens when the cold water is slowly added in a beaker till it is half filled, containing few pieces of quicklime, calcium oxide in it? Now here you have to name the 2 type of reactions involved, and you have to define each type of reactions. Okay, these are half mark and 1 mark, total 3 marks. Okay, now we'll move to the next page. Okay, here number C, continuation with this same question there. Number C, represent the above reaction in a balanced chemical equation form. Okay, right? And then the next question, what change in color is observed when the white silver chloride is left exposed to sunlight? State the type of chemical reaction in this change. Define these reactions. Okay, now question number 9. In electrolysis of water, why is the volume of oxygen collected over one electrode trouble than that of the gas collected over other electrodes? Okay, question number 10. Here there are the 2 equations given, and among these 2 equations you have to write which among the above reaction will not proceed and why. One of the reaction will not take place, and why. You have to give the reason, 1 mark each. Okay, then we go to another question. On adding a drop of barium chloride solution to an aqueous solution of the sodium sulfide, white precipitate is obtained. Then here you have to write a balanced chemical equation of the reaction involved, and also what other name can be given to this precipitation reaction. Okay, then another question is there, what is the color of the ferrous sulfate crystal? How does this color change on heating? Next question, name the products formed on strongly heating of the ferrous sulfate crystal. What type of chemical reaction in this change? Okay, then we have one more question here. What is an oxidation reaction? Then you have to identify, number one, the substance oxidized and the substance reduced in the following reaction: zinc oxide plus carbon, zinc plus the carbon monoxide. So here you have to find which is oxidized and which of the substance is reduced, means the oxygen has been removed, or and oxidized here, oxygen has been added, right? Okay, then we go to next part of the question here. Okay, now here identify the reducing agent, right? Identify the reducing agent in the following reaction. These are the three reactions given here. We have to identify which one of in these reactions are reducing agent. Okay, in the next question you have to identify the oxidizing agent in the following reactions given here. And then another question is here, what is mean by rusting? And with a level diagram, describe an activity to find out the condition under which iron rust. Okay, rusting of iron will take place under what condition? Like where the moisture is there, then where oxygen is there. Okay, all these conditions you have to demonstrate with the help of an experiment here. Then what do you mean by, or what is rancidity? Then we go to chapter acid, bases and salts. Here name two natural plant material that can be used as indicators. Okay, indicators are those substances which will indicate whether a substance is an acid, base or a neutral substance, that you know already. So you have to name the two natural plant material that can be used as indicator. The next one, why does the nitric acid not produces hydrogen gas when treated with the metal? Nitric acid reacts with any metal, there will be no production of hydrogen gas. Why? You have to write. Okay, then you have next question, what is the action of the litmus on the dry ammonia gas? And then the solution of ammonia gas in water. You have to write the action of litmus on these two. Next question is here, a metal compound reacts with a dilute hydrochloric acid to produce effervescence. Effervescence means there will be bubbling will come. Okay, the gas evolved turns lime water milky. So write two balance equation for the reaction. If one of the compounds formed is calcium chloride. One of the compound formed is calcium chloride. Okay. Now we go to next question here. Okay, how will you test for a gas, which is, how will you test for a gas which is liberated when hydrochloric acid reacts with an active metal? And then next question there, what is the color of methyl orange? And then the phenolphthalein and the neutral litmus solution in lemon juice. Then number B, in the dilute sodium hydroxide solution. Here you have to write your answer in the tabular. We have to make a table, and you have to write the action of the methyl orange on the lemon juice and the dilute sodium hydroxide solution, and also the action of the phenolphthalein on these two, and also the action of neutral litmus solution on these. You have to see the change of color, okay, and then you have to conclude whether these are acid, base or neutral substances. Okay, now next question. Write the chemical name of bleaching powder. Bleaching powder, everybody knows that. You have to write the chemical name of bleaching powder and how it is prepared, then state its two important uses. Next question with this, how chlorine gas is evolved from bleaching powder? Okay, next question, Write the chemical formula of the baking soda. And then what are the raw materials required for manufacture of baking soda? Baking soda, we know that used in the baking. And then write the chemical formula, washing soda. Okay, then define water of crystallization. Define water of crystallization. Then how many molecules of water of crystallization are present in gypsum and washing soda? You write on there. Then what are the basic salts and what do you mean by the family of salt? These two questions you have to write. Okay, next we go to the chapter metal, non-metal and metallurgy. So here question number 1 in this chapter, differentiate between metal and non-metal, giving 2 points you have to give only. And then give 2 examples of the metal which float on the surface of water. And give 2 examples of the metal which can be cut with a knife. I think it will be very soft metal like the sodium and potassium. You have to give the answer. Okay. Achha, now next question will go. Why are stainless steel cooking pans often given a copper outer bottom? Stainless steel cooking pan are there, no? There is the bottom is made up of the copper white, like that. Something related with the conductor. Metals are good conductor. Next question. What do you understand by the term allotropes and allotropy? Support your answer with examples. Okay, draw a geometrical diagram for the formation of sodium chloride from sodium and chlorine by transfer of electrons. And why is a solid ionic compound is a bad conductor of electricity? Why is it? You see, solid ionic compound is a bad conductor of electricity, like we can say the sodium chloride, if it is in solid form, it is a bad conductor of electricity, but its aqueous solution is a good conductor. If you dissolve the sodium chloride in water, it becomes a good conductor. That you have to give the reason. And then next question is here. You have to show the formation of sodium oxide by the transfer of electrons between the combining atoms. Then what are the basic oxides? Give 2 examples. And one more, what are amphoteric oxides? Give 2 examples. You have to 2 types of oxides you have to define, and you have to give 2 examples each. Okay, next question, what is anodizing? Why anodizing is useful? What is anodizing and why anodizing is useful? Next question is here, what is an activity series of the metals? Arrange the metals zinc, magnesium, aluminum, copper and iron in a decreasing order of reactivity. Next question, what is metallurgy? You have to define metallurgy, extraction of the metal, how do you refine them and get the pure metal? That one you have to define in a scientific way. And then what do you mean by or what is concentration of an ore? Then name the anode and cathode used in the electrolytic refining of copper. The next question is here, what is meant by refining of metals? Describe the electric refining of the copper with a neat level diagram. Okay. Now, next question is here. Okay, define the term alloy and amalgam. Then have to name the constituents of the following alloy: the brass, stainless steel and bronze. State one property in each of these alloys that is different from its main constituents. Then differentiate between roasting and the calcination. Then what changes takes place when the cinnabar is heated in air for a long time. Then we go to the classification of elements. Here you have to write state Mendeleev's theoretic law. Then how many elements were known at the time of the Mendeleev? State the 2 limitations of the Mendeleev periodic table. And then what are the groups and the periods in the periodic table? Then state modern periodic law. State the main character of the modern periodic table. Now here, you have to answer the following question regarding the element X having the atomic mass is 31, atomic number 15. So here, you have to write here what is its electronic configuration, to which group does it belong, X belong, and to which period does it belong. How many electrons are there in this valence cell? Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then question number 5 of the same question, sub question 5. What is its valency? We have to write the valency of X. And then is it a metal or a non-metal? And what is the formula of its compound with the sodium? Next question here. Compare the radii of the two species X and Y. Give reasons for your answer. What is the radii? Radii means the size of the atom. You have to know. X has the 12 proton and the 12 electron. Y has 12 protons and the 10 electrons. Okay, next question here. Is 3 elements A, B and C have the 3, 4 and 2 electrons respectively in their outermost cell. Okay, now here you have to give the group number to which they belong in the modern periodic table and also give their valencies. Next is how many groups and the periods are there in the Manley periodic table and modern periodic table. Okay. You see, we know that the groups are the vertical column and the periods are horizontal column. So how many groups and the periods are there in the Manley periodic table and also in the modern periodic table you have to write. How does the valency vary on going down a group? If you go down a group, inside a group, then how the valency of an element will vary. And also if you go in a period on going from left to right, from left side to right side in period, if you go, there also there is a variation in the valency of element. How the variation takes place, you have to write down there. How does the metallic character of element change? In two conditions here. Number one, on moving down a group, and second one, on moving across a period. If we go down a group, how the metallic character will change, and if we go across a period from left to right or from right to left. Okay, so here you have to write only from left to right in a period. And next question, identify the elements with the following property and arrange them in the increasing order of their reactivity. Number A, an element that is soft and reactive metal, and second one, the metal that is an important constituent of the limestone. Okay. And also you have to write one more question. You have to write the metal that exists in the liquid state at room temperature. Okay, next we go to the chapter, see carbon and its compounds. Okay, now here question number 1, why are the covalent compounds generally poor conductor of electricity? Second question, explain by giving a reason why it is very difficult to form the cation C4 plus and anion C4 minus. Okay. Then next one, explain how a single covalent bond is formed between two atoms of hydrogen and the two atoms of fluorine. You have to support your answer by drawing the dot diagram and structural diagram. Okay, then define the covalency, catenation, hydrocarbons. You will define each, 1 mark each here. What is the isomerism? And then what are isomers? That also you have to define 1 mark each. Then what is meant by the term is the functional group. Write the names of the functional group present in ethanol and ethanoic acid. And then give the names of the functional group in CHO, C double bond O, single bond C, then single bond OH and single bond C double OH. Write the structural formula of 1 isomers of N-hexene, the C6H14. You have to write the structural formula. Okay, then write the formula of the given compound and name the functional group present in each of them. Number 1, ethanoic acid. Second one is propanol. Okay. So then you have to also write there what is homologous series of a substance. Okay, then in an organic compound, which part largely determine its physical and chemical properties. Now you have to name these compounds 1, 2, 3 and 4. You have to write their name. You have to write their common name or IUPAC name, anyone you can write. Then next question, acetone is the first member of ketones. Then answer the following questions. What is its molecular formula? And what is its IUPAC name? IUPAC name? Full form of IUPAC is International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry. Give its structural formula also. Then we have next question. Give the general name of the class of compounds having the general formula CnH2n-2. Write the name of the first member of this homologous series. And also at the same time, you have to also write the structural formula of the propene. Then the next question there, name the product form when, this is a chemical reaction, ethanol is oxidized by an alkaline solution of the KMnO4, is potassium permanganate. This is M, KMnO4. Our next one is there, sodium ethanoate is heated with the soda lime. Then next question, what do you mean by the denatured alcohol? Why alcohol is denatured? And what happens when methane reacts with the chlorine in diffuse sunlight? Okay. Then we have explain the given reaction with an example. It's number A, hydrogenation, then substitution reaction, then saponification reaction, and esterification. These are the 4 definitions you have to write, 1 mark each. How ethene is prepared from ethanol, give the reaction involved in it. Then we have next question, state the principle on which the cleaning action or the cleansing action of soap is based. What are esters and how are they formed? Then write the 2 uses of esters. Next one, write the chemical equation representing the preparation reaction of ethanol from ethene. I think this is the complete set of the sample questions of chemistry. And I hope that if you prepare these questions, you will get good marks in the chemistry part of your science and technology exam. In the coming MBOSE 2020. Hoping you best of luck. And if there is any doubt in any question, you can subscribe this channel and you can write a comment in the comment box so that I can send you the answer. Till then, goodbye.